Okay, so in this video, I'm going to step through Lab 7 for you. Um, so Lab 7 requires that you submit a design file with two models in it, two design models, one for the concrete retaining wall, and we'll go through creating that, and the other model, design model for a recreation of the rocker arm. Um, and the rocker arm this time we'll recreate that, but this time we're going to dimension it. Okay, and then this design file also should include two sheet models, one for the rocker arm printout and one for the wall printout. Okay, so let's set this up. So this default model that I have open right now is just a brand new file with the seed 2D in it that we always use with meters. We're gonna change the settings a little bit though. Instead of master unit meters millimeters, we're actually going to use meters or master unit subunit designation like this with meters millimeters, and that'll work just fine. Okay, and now we're going to create another model here, new model. And from this one, we're going to do a design from seed, and we're going to do this will be the rocker arm model. Okay, and now that's the active one. Notice down here says active rocker arm, and let's go to the design file settings for that one, and we're going to use master units and inches, like we did before. Okay, and let's see what else. Oh yes, we also want a sheet model, a sheet from seed, and let's call this rocker arm sheet for now. And we also want another one, sheet from seed, but we want this to be the wall sheet. Okay. And I believe, although I'm not sure, oh yeah. So we have to change these to inches. These sheet files to inches. Okay, so this is the wall sheet. Oh yeah. Well, inches is fine. So, and then the other one, because we're printing out in inches, so we may as well have everything in inches here. So master unit, inches. Okay, so now let's get busy. Let's go to the rocker arm. The rocker arm is the design model for the rocker arm, and I think the assignment also says you should have 3 levels. Okay, and the levels are shared among the different models. So let's create this default can be the working layer, and let's make the active color for the working layer green. Let's add a new layer for dimensions, and this can be red, and a new layer for the drawing, and let's make this white. Okay, so there we are. Let's make sure that that the drawing layer is active right now. And let's recreate the rocker arm. You should have this in front of you. Let's do this one first. So we're in the rocker arm model, and we're going to just recreate that rocker arm. Okay, so I think we started with an arc right? I believe we did. And we started at, I forget what the point number was, but let's just do 2 point, see this darn thing. Okay, let's do it again. 2.2 and 90 degrees, and we're good. And let's zoom in a little bit here. And do another one. This top arc is, I believe, 0.4, and we're going to go 180 degrees, and then we'll do another one down here, 0.4, and we'll sweep 180 degrees. And then we're going to do a smart line, remember, with a rounded radius, and the radius will be 1. We're going to start here. You remember we want to snap to here but keep it orthogonal, and then that's it. Okay, and now we want to do a circle with diameter of 0.325, I think it was, inches. So there's the center point, and center point. And we're going to move this one. I'm doing this very quickly. We're going to move this one. And we want to go down 0.5 and minus 135. There we are. So we've recreated that. Let's zoom the extents here, and now we'll go to the dimensions layer, and let's do some dimensions. First of all, let's define some styles for dimensions. So click on a dimension thingy. And then hit the this magnifying glass. We're going to create a new style, and let's call it, I don't know what we want to call it, doesn't matter, rocker dimensions. Okay, and the height of the lettering should be, I think, probably 1/8 of an inch is a good size. So 125, and lock that up. Whoops, I always do that. Okay, we're going to lock that up, and we're going to put 125 in there. Okay, so we're good to go. Yes, we want to save that, and we're going to use the rocker dimensions. Let's dimension the element for this first one here. Point to the element. There we go. That looks nice. We want diameter for that one. Diameter for that one. You can move these around later if this positioning isn't working. Oops. We want to do this one. Oops. Oh, we don't want diameter. We want radius. And we'll move down here a little bit and do the radius again. Click on the item. We can pan down and do the radius here. Now we're going to do a couple of distances. Well, we can do the element. We can do this element here. That works. I don't know. Maybe I didn't place those diameters very well. I can move them, and I'll show you how to move them in a minute. Let's do this one. And then the distance from the center of this circle to the center of this arc, we're going to use this tool, and we don't want it aligned with the view. We want it to be true, and I'll show you what I mean. So we want to go from here to the center here. There we go, the center here of this thing. And there we go. So that's nice. We can modify element and change this so that it's not, it's not overlapping here. And the same goes for this one, right? We can move things around using modify element. Okay, we don't need to make a big deal about it. There you go. That's it. We can, if we want to, we can edit the text and change what it looks like. We could also change this rocker arm style, and let's see. Well, all right. Well, I'm not finding this. Vertical location. This is good. This is good for now. The symbology, I think. The units. Oh, here we go. The units. We can display units differently if we want to. Right. Anyway, there we are. So we can change stuff if we want to. We're not going to though. All right. So that is the rocker arm. So let's actually create the first part of this assignment, and let's go to this rocker arm sheet. And by the way, when I created this darn thing, I think I didn't look at the size. I don't think I did this right, so we might have to do this again. Yeah, this is 40 inches. That's no good. All right, so let's get rid of this sheet here. We'll get rid of this. And we're going to delete that and create it again. Create a new one. Rocker sheet. But instead of this size here, we're going to use an ANSI A. Okay. And now it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet. We can reference in, where's the reference tool? Here it is. We can reference in my title block. And as always, it's a little weird. So we need to move that down, right? We're going to move this down to here. And zoom to view and move it again. A little cumbersome. I'm not sure why that is, but it's not a big deal, I guess. So we just need to get in here and move this so that it looks good. And now we're gonna reference in the other drawing that we just did, right? So we're gonna reference in the drawing that we're in, Lab 7 demo, and we're going to reference in the rocker arm model. Okay. And again, a little cumbersome here. There it is way down there. So we need to move that in. And we might not even have to scale anything. It looks like it's the scale is fine the way it is. Okay. And now we just need to add some some text, and we can do some styles. So this is a 1/4 of an inch. We can do other style. We can create styles if we want to, and place text. So this is the rocker arm lab. Oh, that's way too big. Look at that. So this is, I think this is doing. I'm not sure why this is doing meters. So let's do this really small. Right, like this. That's still really, really, really big. So because this is meters, maybe that's a little too small. I just experiment with it, right? That's all you have to do. There we go. That looks good. And it might be worth your time to set some styles and change the units and all that stuff, but I'm not doing it for this demonstration. Okay, so that's it. And then, you know, of course, you can print. When you print, don't use the fence because you've got the sheet defined, right? So when you print, come on, there we go, area sheet, right? The sheet gets fitted right to the page, and use the Bentley driver, and select the PDF, and you're good to go. Give it a you know, a name, Lab 7 rocker sheet .pdf, and you're done with that piece. And I'll come back later and continue with this in the next video. Let me just show you in my documents the Lab 7 rocker arm sheet that I've just created here, and this is the PDF that you will submit. Right there it is. Okay, see you in a few.